Yo, what is up, guys? Hopefully, you guys hear me. Hopefully, everything is good. We already got some people in the chat. Hold up. Oh, I did not expect this. We got a little technical. No, I'm kidding. I knew you guys were in here. Um, just better reading it off on my laptop than my phone. As we have Nick Central in the chat. Thanks so much for being a member, man. I greatly appreciate it. Hope everything's going on. Everything's going good in Australia, of course. We have MH in the house. What's going on? We have Avery. What's going on? I'm not sure if Avery's gonna make any videos in the future. But make sure you sub him up because why not? He might make some videos in the future. And sub up his brand new Instagram. You could drop it in the chat if you want. Shout out Obi. Shout out Obi. Oh yeah, at the beginning of the game. FBG's in the house. YB Jelly. Yeah, that's a win. The Knicks you're just supposed to win that basketball game. You're really supposed to. Scott's in the house. Appreciate you guys being here. Really do. First time, like at this point in the season, being over 500 since the 2012-13 Knicks with like Jason Kidd, Carmelo, just Steve Novak. That's just freaking crazy to think about. Of course, the schedule does get tough after the All-Star break. We'll see what goes on to happen. If Julius Randle keeps up the style of play. We'll see if these players get like tired or fatigued, but there's the All-Star break, so they are gonna have time to rest and be healthy when it comes back to the second half of the season. Because I love Tibbs, in the aspect of he knows how to win and he's no nonsense. But geez, like grew up a million points, you don't keep Julius Randle to the game. Yeah, I hope you're doing well, Avery. Sorry for your loss, dude. Hope everything gets better. You'll get over it. I know it's really tough at the beginning of it, but just think of all the amazing times you got to spend with them and everything you've learned from them. I think Payne may be done. The way we're playing, I know it's only been like a couple of games, like Rose starting. You know what I'm saying? But who knows? We'll see what happens. Payne might be done. Like, do you guys think he'll be completely out of the rotation? That's the main thing. I hope so. I really hope so. Yo, Valix is in the house. What's going on, Valix? If you haven't already, sub up Valix above 500. Let's get it, y'all. Black screen? You're trolling. Why are you the only one saying that? You're trolling. You're trolling. You're trolling. If you're talking about YouTube, sometimes you have to exit out and go back in. No, everyone else sees it. That actually happens to me. Apple, exit out of the YouTube app, clear your tab, and go back in. Then you'll see me, because everyone else sees me. You guys see me, right? Yeah, RJ, I thought played well tonight. I really thought he played good. I really liked the way he played. I hate Payne too. We could be up 100 and Tibbs would not take his starters out. Like, I love it too, but sometimes it's kind of stupid. You don't want to get these players fatigued. Yeah, it's good now. Did you exit out or it just got better? Yeah, that happens to me. It's really weird, right? Yo, Legion of Knicks podcast in the house. He says salute Clutch. So he's signing Oladipo in the offseason. Oh yeah, because he's not interested in signing a deal with the Houston Rockets and all that. I wouldn't mind signing him. The main thing was I wasn't giving up the young guys like it quickly. Of course, I don't think we would have to give up RJ. I don't think they're asking for that much, but I don't believe in those rumors that some people were saying like we'll be able to get him for like Knox Frank in a second. I don't believe that at all. I wouldn't mind Oladipo. It's just that he can't stay healthy. He's like ever since his injury starting to become more inefficient, if you know what I'm saying. I like Oladipo as defensively. Good athlete, not as good of an athlete as he used to be, but he definitely is a no nonsense like dog type of player. But I don't want him. Especially if it comes to a trade. Like I wouldn't be completely pissed. Because I still think he's a solid player, but do I prefer him? No, I don't want Oladipo. I don't. He's injury prone. Yeah, at this point in his career, if he was in his prime, hell yeah. Like, remember, like at the beginning of the Pacers days? Okay, you're saying you don't want. Oh, you're just bringing it up. Okay. I don't think Frank will be given Alfred's minutes. I doubt Tibbs has that in mind. Maybe we'll see what happens. No big money. I'm not giving Oladipo that big of a contract either. What is he, about to be 30 years old? Has injury issues, has become more inefficient. It's so weird when we play him, though, because he starts off slow and then he hits some, like, unnecessary three for some reason. We finally are above 500, and this team is playing with confidence, showing toughness. This is a mentally tough team. This is just the perfect job for Tom Thibodeau over in Minnesota with Wiggins, with Karl-Anthony Towns. Karl-Anthony Towns, great talent, but he's not mentally tough. I think he is soft. As a basketball player, extremely good talent, and it sucks what he's going through. But I think he found the right bunch of guys up quickly, mentally tough. Randall, I don't care. He's the most mentally tough player on the Knicks. For him to get all that hate, I was one of them. I'm not going to pretend that he was a good basketball player. Or he was. He was a, I'm not going to say he was good last year, but he's always been talented. It's just been his basketball IQ and how he's affecting the guys around him. Like, anyone that thought he was trash is just stupid. It was just the way he was playing the game. But for him to just ignore the hate, be professional through the interviews, got to give him credit there. 7-3 since the D Rose trade. There you go. And it was really good to see, like, if Dennis Smith Jr. had a good game, could you just imagine the hate? Dennis Smith was really trying to have a revenge game. Yo, and I'm one of those people. He didn't work out here, but I don't wish for players to fail, if you know what I'm saying. You know? I know he didn't work out here, and I wasn't the biggest of Dennis Smith Jr. fan, but he's a human at the end of the day. I want to see him succeed. Of course, it makes us look bad, but he can't control the trade that went down. Of course, he could have played better, but yeah, maybe it was just unlocking Tibbs using him the right way. It's possible. It's possible. Yo, Karam's in the house. Appreciate you being here, man. Yeah, I think Austin Rivers will be traded at the deadline. I'm not sure what for. Maybe like a second rounder. Rivers is gone. Even in garbage time, he's not even playing. Knox might be gone too. We're up 1,000,000 points. Knox didn't even get into the basketball game. Knox, like, you guys know I'm not the highest on Knox. But this dude literally just turned 18 when he entered the draft. Talk about a raw project. Yes, he has a lot to work on. He gotten better defensively. Found his role as like a spot-up shooter in the corner. But he's so young. I'm not saying he's good. I'm not saying that at all. But we failed him with the instability of coaches. We just did not have the right developmental plan for Kevin Knox. We just didn't. So it sucks he didn't work out here because we know he has talent. It's just more that goes into it. He's extremely raw. He really is. Knox kind of is what Brandon Boston is right now. Brandon Boston, of course, may have more of a motor, but I don't know. I don't think we had the patience and we didn't treat Knox the right way. Carl's in the house. He says, "What's good, man? What's good, kid?" Carl, appreciate you being a great supporter. Why did Tibbs play the starter so much? Yeah, that's been a thing throughout his theme and his career. And I'm always sometimes scared about those injuries too because Derrick Rose situation. I don't know, especially with a guy like that type of history, Derrick Rose, injury history. You don't play him that much. Randall, of course, he broke his leg under 18 minutes in his debut. It sucks. I don't know. When you're up 1,000,000 points, you shouldn't be playing Randall. I don't get that. I know Knox is trash, but you put in a guy like Knox. You keep Obi out there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Fortnite suit, that was awful. Kevin Knox struggles wearing masks. Yo, Walt Frazier's a frick. I love Walt Frazier. Stud. Great commentator. Mike, it was so amazing to have Mike Breen back. So amazing. I freaking love Mike Breen. I really wish he got to commentate that last game. With Derrick Rose, because of course that Pacers and Knicks game was just amazing. Why couldn't Mike Breen commentate that game, guys? Especially with Derrick Rose beating the buzzer heading into halftime. Oh, he would have loved that bang call, y'all. He would have loved that bang call. How do I feel about Lonzo and JJ Redick to New York? Would I want JJ Redick as a starter? No, I would not. He's a liability defensively. He's decreased in his NBA career. I wouldn't mind him as a bench player. Lonzo, he's actually improved throughout this season, but I don't think he's coming here anymore. All those rumors, the trade rumors, they're gone. The way Lonzo's been playing lately, of course he's gonna be a free agent, but expect him to get money. And don't expect a trade to happen anymore because he's been playing out of his mind with the Pelicans. So, like before, he was not shooting the ball well, but now he is. So I think those rumors are dead. Sorry, anyone that wants Lonzo to New York. I don't see it happening now. Hope Randall doesn't get a career-ending injury. I hope he doesn't either, man. It's crazy though. Like knock on wood. Ever since he like broke his leg, like of course I believe a season later he played like 81 games and like 82 games, something like that. It's insane, and just for you to play 82 games, that's a great accomplishment. It's great having a player that can just show up every single night. You know what I'm saying? Rip CK2K. Yeah, I know he loves Lonzo. I don't see it happening anymore though. Kyle Lowry's gonna be a free agent. Um, Clean shaven Noah in the building. What's going on, Anthony? Appreciate you being here. Pelicans got finesse for Anthony Davis. I think Leon Rose can finesse. Yeah, they did end up getting like Brandon Ingram, Lonzo, Josh Hart. Well, I believe was in that deal. I don't know. I think they're gonna hold on to Lonzo. Lonzo just. I don't think people realize how much like Zion's already a beast, but Lonzo helps Zion look like a beast. Like playing in transition, playing fast, like in the pick and roll. Like they thrive together. I don't see them splitting that up. RJ Barrett shooting did look good. Yo, big task. I'm sorry if I missed you in the chat. Appreciate being here. Great supporter. Yeah, it's great to see RJ Barrett's shooting improve. It's already over the shooting percentage of last season. It's good having like a mentally tough player like RJ that's like not afraid to keep shooting even if he's missing. I see Lowry to the Sixers as a perfect destination. Like of course he's familiar with the area, playing for Villanova. Great defensive player, take charges, hits big shots. I love Lowry. I think that would be an amazing fit. I think Lowry, his personality with Embiid, I think that would mesh very well. I would personally like that a lot for the Sixers. That is a very solid squad. It's young. I agree. I like Ingram. I like Zion over there. RJ Barrett is only 20 years old. You guys know I'm very critical of RJ because I expect more. And notice how I'm starting to not really hate on him lately because he's been playing solid basketball. Yeah, Fred VanVleet just signed a monster contract, though. He's not coming here. That's a guy I wouldn't have minded because how good he plays defensively and great shooter. Undrafted beast. Amazing. It's crazy how they had guys like Siakam, guy like Chris Boucher. I believe was OG Anunoby in the G League. I believe VanVleet was just like they know how to develop players. Zion is a beast. Like because LaMelo is getting the hype this year, everyone's overlooking maybe because the Pelicans aren't really winning that much. Zion's averaging like 24 points on like 61% shooting. It's insane, or like 26 points. Mixed Sports says, I like how Obi was setting a lot of double screens, top of the key with RJ and Randall. That's what I want to see from him. And I'm happy to see him not jack up those threes. He gave it up to Randall because he knew he was more capable of making it than Obi himself or whatever. Obi played solid defensively, still has a lot of work to do, but I thought he played okay. He was okay. What can I say about Obi? Lowry needs to go to Philly or the Clips. I agree. Appreciate you guys being here, by the way. Drew, what's going on? Yeah, I didn't think I was gonna be home in time, but I was like, I'm home in time. Like to watch the game. No excuses. I'm making a video and I'm going live for you guys. Like you guys deserve videos. You guys deserve live streams. You guys are amazing. And isn't it so crazy when they traded for Kawhi? He was gonna be a free agent the next season. He ended up just winning in like the one season. Like it's insane. That was the big time risk with it. But I don't. Do people give Kawhi enough credit? Like Kyle Lowry's good. Like the pieces around him are good, like a Van Fleet, like an Ibaka. But for Kawhi to like, you can kind of say there was contributing factors. But for him to win Toronto that championship, I don't know. I don't think he gets enough credit for that. Yeah, Alex Len's not that good. He's a bust. He was great at Maryland. Damn, it's all right, Drew. Hopefully my post game video helped you out. Yo, Anthony. Noah rushed the waiter for the check so he can get home. No. The dinner was actually like at 6 o'clock. So the game, like I was like, oh, I forgot the game doesn't start till 8. Like technically like 8:10. So we got done at dinner like by like 7 something. Yeah. Had a nice burger, had some fries. It was good. It was good. Yeah, Kawhi got some help, but Kawhi still, he's a freaking beast. I love Kawhi. He's all business. He doesn't care what anybody thinks. No, it's really understandable, Drew. I understand that. You want to catch every single game. It's tough when you can't. Like when I would have basketball practice, I would hate it. Like I was like, holy shit, I love my Knicks more than freaking just like this basketball team. Fun fact: in 2016, at the bottom 4 seeds were the Nets, Sixers, Knicks, and Bucks. Now they are now the top 4. Wow. I believe they weren't over like, oh wait, how long ago was that? 2016. Okay. Yeah, the Bucks were bad for a while. They really were bad for a while. Nets were 76ers. Look at that. Look at that, Anthony. Sixers Knicks winning the finals. Look at that. It's so inspirational. We're gonna win the finals. Sixers gonna win the championship this season. We'll win it the next season after beating the freaking Nets in the Eastern Conference Finals. No, I'm kidding. But hopefully your Sixers win a championship. I would like to see that. I don't hate the Sixers at all. It beats a beast. Um all right, no comment, Anthony. Anthony on something over there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Kawhi gets no respect. Kawhi got some help, yeah, for sure. Carl has a great comment here. No, I think we need to pick up another center with Mitch and Taj injured. What are your thoughts on either Boogie or Drummond? See, that's a very interesting question. I would only do it in that type of situation if we were like a championship contending team. Like, for example, we're the 4th seed, but I'm not, I know I don't want to sound like a downer, but I'm not completely locked in on thinking we're going to be the 4th seed when this season's all done. Like we may possibly miss the playoffs with that tough of a schedule coming up. Um, it's brutal the second half schedule, and I don't know if I want to give up assets for a Drummond just for a playoff push this season. You know what I mean? I don't know. I would only do that if like we're a team like the Lakers, but we're not with like an Anthony Davis out. But we'll see what happens. I know what you mean. We do need, like with Taj out with the ankle injury, we're missing depth there. But I don't think it's the right move, in my opinion. Then, like, would you bring Drummond back on a lot of money? Drummond's a beast, so get me wrong. Good rebounder. Don't really like his style of play, though. I think he kind of is overrated in certain ways. Boogie's, like, really sluggish, and there's possibility he could ruin that locker room. Not what it used to be, but I get it with depth, when it comes to depth. But I don't know, man. I don't know about that. Because, like, Drummond, of course, good in the paint. Yeah, I think he's kind of lazy defensively. I think he's kind of overrated. We know he's one of the best rebounders, getting like those second chance points. But I think certain players like a Noel, like the role is doable. Of course, he's terrible offensively. Kawhi Leonard carried that bum franchise. Stop being on casual NBA fans. I don't know how long Taj is out for. No Drummond, he clogs the paint. Well, so does Noel, but I'm not a big fan of bringing in a Drummond. Like for 1 year to just compete, like go to the playoffs. I personally want Drummond as a long-term guy, unless we're like, for example, a couple of years down the road, we get a Bradley Beal in free agency with RJ developed with a quickly. I don't think he's our point guard of the future. Call me crazy. Like unless he develops his playmaking and all that. Like with certain players, like in their prime at the top at this point, like Randall will be in his prime in a couple of years from now. He'll only be, he'll only be like 28 years old. Randall, that's crazy. And his prime, we can get a Beal and then maybe a Drummond at that point and go for it all. All right, Devin's the biggest troll ever. Yo, what's going on, Jeff? Appreciate you being here. See, I wouldn't mind McGee, like a lot of people make fun of McGee, but that would be a very cheap, safe option. You're not giving up a lot. You're not gonna have to pay him a lot of money. Like I actually think McGee would be a very safe, cheap option. Yeah. Um. Yeah, it does look like that. Drummond always wants the ball in his hands. Well, what's your thoughts if Alfred Payne's out of the lineup? We're happy. We're happy Knicks fans. If we lose, we lose. As long as he's not a part of it. Oh well. Payne's just. I'm not gonna say he's complete trash. He brings some solid elements to the game, but we don't like him. It's just like he can't shoot. Sometimes he misses the simplest of layups. Doesn't pass to RJ. Notice how RJ's playing better because freaking Alfred Payne doesn't start. Notice that. That's how much Alfred Payne hates RJ. RJ's actually playing well because of no Alfred Payne. Think about that. I wouldn't mind McGee at all. They're not giving up Boucher, though. Drew says Instagram commentators are really trying to downplay the Knicks' success so far. They'll just say the East is weak, but on a more average season, will still be the 7th or 8th seed. I agree. Like, people are acting like it's the only freaking year or season the Eastern Conference has been weak. It's been weak for the past freaking few years. It's just because it's the Knicks, and we haven't been good in a while, so a lot of people like to clown us at the end of the day. It is kind of funny, though, because we're only one game over 500, and it's crazy to think that fans would be hype, but we have been bad for such a long time, so it's so amazing to see improvement. We won 21 games last season. I know it was a shortened season, but we won 21 games last season. We won 17 before that. Like, we've been atrocious. So you're telling me, how many wins we have right now? We have like 17 or 8. We have 18 wins, I believe. So what are we, like 3 away from 21 wins already? That would be such a Knicks thing to lose all the rest of the games. Luke Walton sucks. The only reason he looked good when he was like with the Warriors because you have Curry, Clay, Draymond, you have just all these pieces. Like who wouldn't lose? Yeah, freaking Noel does have the worst hands I've ever seen. It's like he dips his hands in butter before every game. He's freaking Evan Ingram of the Knicks, except he's better. This is true. This is true, and they can't make fun of him for getting top 3 pick. Watch. It's like we're projected, of course, because we're not gonna have a high pick this season. Let's be real. I'm starting to just accept. I think the Mavs are gonna turn it around. I still think there's a way to trade up in the draft if we want to give up a Midge or something like that. And Knox package in the draft. I still think we need talent. I still think we're short when it comes to young talent. The Knicks they need to add some more pieces, in my opinion, for longevity of this franchise and longevity of success. Um, it's like we're projected the 14th pick or the 15th pick or something like that. They're like, oh my gosh, they didn't make the lottery. Like, shut up. You're not doing this with a team like the Magic, who were stuck in like no man's land before and all that. You know what I'm saying? Or are we not going to talk about the Heat when they like missed the playoffs and they're like the 9th seed with guys like they had no future? With guys like Dragic, with like they didn't have Bam Adebayo at the time. They didn't have any pieces a part of the future. But I don't know. Yeah, the Mavs been balling. As long as you have Luka, and it's without Porzingis, they're better without him. Um, okay, FBG. I don't know what you're on. I love you, man, but what? Sharif Cooper. Sharif Cooper has some insane playmaking ability. He thinks he can make every pass on the court, but I'm very scared. Except he took more threes than Michael Carter Williams did, in college. Like at Syracuse, Sharif Cooper has an interesting form. He thinks he can make every pass on the court, which is a blessing, but also just something terrible to have because he has so much confidence. But sometimes it's not good. But he's not the greatest defensively. I don't know. I'm not sold on Cooper. Look at a guy like Jared Butler, but I don't know if he's a true one in the NBA. I think he's a lot of work to do. But I wouldn't be surprised if Cooper's a beast. Tyson Chandler, he hasn't played basketball in forever. I'd rather get a JaVale. See, but that's not what you're asking out of McGee. You're just asking for some depth. You don't need him to be a shooter. We know he's not a shooter. He's not going to develop a shot out of nowhere. The thing is, we just need depth. We just need a solid guy. Yeah, they're mad they can't roast the Knicks. I don't think Burks does know how to pass on a fast break. He had RJ a million times. And he, that one play, he thought he casually had the layup and he missed it. Oh, you're joking. Okay, I'm glad. If there's a team they should laugh at, it's the Cavs. They have all those lottery picks and still suck each season. Yeah, they picked Garland and Sexton. Sexton's a good player. He needs to work on his playmaking. You pick two guards, just terrible defensive backcourt. You had Drummond, which I get. It makes sense to package Drummond. He's not a part of the future. Kevin Porter Jr. situation sadly didn't work out. Yeah, they just suck. They just suck, the Cavs. Obi has a lot of work to do. To sum it up, you guys know I wasn't high on Obi, but I have to suck it up. He's a Knick. I hope he succeeds and he gets better. But he's literally a 22-year-old project. That's something you don't want. When someone's 22 years old entering the draft, you hope they have something in their arsenal that can translate right away to the NBA. But he has a lot to work on, Obi, to keep it short. But he was solid defensively. Sharif Cooper reminds me of Colin Sexton. Colin Sexton, way better shooter, in my opinion. We are Lou Adamson away from a chip. Lou Almondson, he's probably trying to say. Yo, Carl says, how about this? We package Mitch and Knox and the Dallas pick. See, I don't think that's enough. I think a team is going to freaking love Mobley. Someone may love Mitch, but the Dallas pick maybe might be 15. If they make the playoffs. We'll see what the play-in, though. You never know. But people might see the value out of Mitch, Knox, and the Dallas pick. See, I would do that. People may kill me on that, but I think Bagley or Mobley could be a top 3 player out of this freaking draft. I really think that. But the Dallas pick, which can probably be 14 at highest at this point, Mitch, who someone might really like, and Knox. Knox is unproven. He's a project. Someone might take a flyer on him, maybe. Mitch, who has some maturity issues, but he's talented. See, I don't think that's enough. I would do it, though, because Mobley is so talented. He can shoot the 3, has post moves in his arsenal, but I personally would not do that. I would personally do it because he's a beast. Let's see what else. Burks on fast breaks shit himself. Courtney Lee. Remember when Courtney Lee would always miss layups on fast breaks? Yeah, he is getting I don't think he'll ever. Well, he's never started. Burks. I think he started that one time because Bullock was injured. They like Bullock's. I like Burks rather. I like him off the bench better. I do. Bullock's starting to play better. But you need that depth. You really do, especially when you have young guys coming off the bench like a Toppin quickly. Alec Burks' basketball IQ is so terrible. I honestly believe there's some middle schoolers with better IQ than that bum. Please trade that clown, please. Maybe get some value out of him. I wouldn't mind bringing him back, though. DSJ sure looked good today. How many is LaMelo? Is he playing right now? He's playing in a later game. But yeah, LaMelo's been amazing this season. I didn't expect him to be this good right away. I made a video though saying how LaMelo Ball is way different than Lonzo, so that's looking right. He just looks way more confident and way more comfortable. For sure. But he has to work on everything. Knicks get Taco Fall. He could be our Pro Bond. We already sell tickets. We don't need that. Were there any Pistons fans there? I couldn't hear it. They had Pistons fans there, but I couldn't hear it. They literally never have fans that show up anyway. Would you eat Al Horford's contract if Thunder? See, I don't think they're going to throw away picks, though. I really don't think they're going to do that. I know they have 1 million picks, but I think they want literally I don't know. We might not get any valuable picks out of that. I don't want Horford. I personally don't. I don't. How much you paying Mitch when I'm not paying him? I'm trading him. I'm not high on Mitch. I don't even think the Knicks want to move him forward. He has maturity issues. I don't think Tibbs likes that crap. Um, I don't know. We'll see. If he wants a cheap deal, if he's okay with a cheaper deal, I'm okay with it. But I'm not giving him. What would be a lot? Like 60 mil? Like, I'm not giving him that. Maybe like $40 million top. Not a year. Not a year. 4 year or 3 year deal of like 10 million the first year, 20 million the second year, and like 10 again. But I don't know. I think we're not going to use our picks this next draft. I think they're going to package for someone big like a Beal or Cat. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I think that would be completely stupid. Like, I don't think people realize we're not giving up Knox and Frank. We're giving up quickly. We're going to have to give up a centerpiece. Like, we can't just trade those picks and freaking Frank and Knox for Beal. It's not happening. It's not. We were going to have to give up an RJ. So, what's going on, man? Here, appreciate you being here. Really appreciate it. LaMelo's a bust. Rip Devontae Graham. Devontae Graham's Devin Cruz's biggest troll ever. Yeah, the Hornets are playing right now. How many does LaMelo have? Yeah, Lakers destroyed the Warriors. They're so bad defensively. So bad. LaMelo has 22 points on 7 to 10 shooting. 7 of 8 from the free throw line. That's impressive. Get to the free throw line that much. 11 assists, 2 rebounds, 3 turnovers. PJ Washington has 32. Good for him. I like PJ Washington. Malik Monk. I'm going to have to make a video on Malik Monk and how he's revived his career. There was like so many rumors that he was going to be traded like a couple years ago or a year ago. I'm going to have to make a video on how he's revived his career for sure. Hield has 26. Bagley's been playing pretty solid lately. What's going on, Legend Z? Yo, Entertain is in the chat? Yo, what's going on? I didn't even see that. What's going on, Entertainer? I appreciate you being here, man. A big time win by the Knicks. I was in your live stream for a little bit. I was like scared I wasn't gonna be able to catch this game, but I'm so glad I was able to. Just an amazing win. RJ played well. Quickly got some threes in at the end. Of course, he didn't play the best at the beginning, but I just loved just freaking putting the freaking knife into the Pistons this game. Like, we played 48 minutes of basketball. If this was a team of the past of the Knicks, like, we would have blew this game. Like, this is a game we're supposed to freaking win over 500. Let's go. Gotta win this game. And we got it done. We have Pistons. Jeremy Grant. He deserves to be on a better team, but he got the contract. But we got CDSJ play like shit, which was freaking great. Nerlens Noel's been a freaking anchor for us. Of course, I want to see us get some depth. I'm not saying go out there get a Drummond. Someone made a good point. I would get like a JaVale McGee or something like that. But this team played tremendous defense. We held them to like 36, 37 points in like the first half. I thought we played amazing. It was so good to see RJ play well. He's been shooting the 3-ball well, and it's like higher than his rookie season, better from the free throw line. Yeah, RJ, 20 years old. I don't know if you like follow the channel that much to like know I'm critical of RJ. It's because I expect a lot from him, but he is only 20 years old. We'll see what happens. Crazy stat. Knicks have made the playoffs only 6 times, and that's not crazy. It's Knicks. Hopefully in the future, though, it starts to become a thing like, oh, it's the Knicks. Like, hopefully it becomes a thing like, yeah, we're the freaking Knicks. We make the playoffs consistently. That's insane to think about, because he was shooting like 22% like at the very beginning of the season. He was shooting just god awful. You'd love to see the free throw shooting improve. Of course, needs to get better towards the end of games. That's just always been a frustrating thing ever since high school. Like, I'll never forget, he played LaMelo, LiAngelo, and Lonzo. They're playing Chino Hills. It was this like prodigy high school team. Misses the free throws at Duke in the March Madness, taking on Michigan State. Misses the free throws. That's the thing. Like, free throws at the end of games. Hopefully he just gets enough experience and then he gets more comfortable at the line. But I like the way RJ played tonight. I really liked it. And ever since Payne's been out of the lineup, RJ's been thriving. It seems like Payne freaking hates RJ. But it's just crazy to think we're over 500. I really thought we're going to be one of the worst teams in the NBA. and it was just all about just the young guys. I thought it was going to be like Knox getting more action or something like that, but no, Tibbs brings a winning culture wherever. Like, I wonder what Tibbs would do with like a freaking, I don't know, just like having freaking LeBron James. What would Thibodeau do with like freaking Anthony Davis and LeBron James? Is that team going to go 82-0? He is Julius Randle freaking playing like an MVP out here. Julius Randle looks insane. Like, he didn't have the best of first quarter, but he steps up when it matters most. That step back he has, the 3-point shot. I don't care who he's playing. He's hitting the most ridiculous shots out there. And the way he defended Sabonis, who's been killing the Knicks for the last few years. Of course, I believe he played for Gonzaga. He's just always killed them, and it's just amazing. I personally don't want Karl-Anthony Towns. Maybe you could wait till free agency, but I think he's soft. That's one of the main reasons it didn't work out in Minnesota. And Kat, you just see him; he's very talented, but he plays soft. And I'm not giving up the farm for Karl-Anthony Towns. I don't want Kat personally. I actually wouldn't mind Mo Bamba, but I don't know if you can count on him as a backup big because he is very raw. Mo Bamba is still someone I've not given up on. He's someone I still think could be a valuable player down the road. Not with the Magic, because I thought what they did, they set him up for no success whatsoever. Project, nearly an 8-foot wingspan, good defensive player. He even like was developing his 3-point shot, but then they go on and give Vucevic so much money. So I was like, what was the point of the Mo Bamba pick? I would really like to see Mo Bamba go somewhere else, and I wouldn't mind if it was the Knicks. But I think we're starting to win, so I don't know if Mo Bamba would be the right pickup. But a JaVale McGee has experienced winning, plays good defense, and he'll be in a better structure team than Bickerstaff in Cleveland. I personally wouldn't want Drummond. Like, just like if you get Drummond, it's literally just like you're just going like for it all in like 1 year. That seems like that's what the mindset would be with Drummond. I don't know if I'm okay with giving up picks or certain players for like Drummond for 1 year because he's gonna be a free agent. You know what I'm saying? And he's kind of I'm not saying Mitch is as good as him. I'm not saying Noel's as good as him, but he's replaceable in a certain role of he can't stretch the floor, but a Noel could block shots. He's a solid rebounder. Like, see what happens. Let's see what we got here. The defense tonight was ferocious. Didn't give them an inch. Yeah, it was amazing. I love seeing DSJ play like Dennis Shit Jr., as me and my boy MH say. Yeah, of course. I want to see him of course, because we traded him like inside. I don't want to see him play good, but he is a human at the end of the day. We are people, and you don't want to see people fail in life, but he simply didn't work out in New York. It was with the back injuries, his atrocious shooting. He just wasn't a good New York Knick. He just wasn't. It's sad it didn't work out here. Of course, we wanted him to because he was part of the Porzingis trade. The media back at it again, trying to get their bag with these Cat. I don't want Cat. I'll be real. Trevor Ariza's washed. Don't see the point of that. Wayne Ellington bringing back as a reunion. I don't know. I think we should just not make any moves. That's just my opinion. Trevor Ariza, bro, imagine how good of a defensive player Tibbs would make Mo Bamba. I agree. I really think he would like Mo Bamba because he seems like a very well put together individual as a person. The wingspan, what he could work with, he doesn't look completely lost. When we played him, I thought Mo Bamba, like smooth shooting stroke, good defensive player. Definitely needs to put on weight, but I wouldn't mind Mo Bamba at all, personally. Dennis Shit Jr. Clutch 2021. I'm not going to say I'm completely sold on it. Ask me next season. If we bring Rose back as a starter next season, no, I'm not okay with it. Because I know Rose is not our point guard of the future. He's playing well. But there's no stability and there's no sustained success if you bring back Derrick Rose as a starter next season. If we bring him back as a bench piece, yes. I think it was a great move. We gave up a second rounder from the Willie Hernangomez trade. That's going to be like the 40-something pick, which I'm sure won't really result in anything. Gave up Dennis Smith Jr., who's young. He could still get better, but I'm not personally that high on him. We'll see what happens. if he comes back as like a nice bench piece and he teaches it quickly or whatever point guard we bring in the draft, I think maybe that was a fantastic move by Tibbs. Good point. Dennis Shit Jr. Lauren Marketing could add some rim protection and spacing as well. I think the Bulls are like they like him though. He's young, he's playing well. What would you grade the Knicks for the first half of the season? For my expectations, thinking we're going to be one of the worst teams in the league, a freaking A. Could we be real Knicks fans? No one saw this happening. No one saw it at all. You give it a freaking A. You just do. A B at the least, because maybe you don't like the way Tibbs is playing Randall at the end of the games and all that. But it's a freaking B at the least. No one expected this. And we can't say that we're not using Quickly, because Quickly's still contributing in a role. Not like he's not playing at all. You know what I'm saying? Cowboy says, hey, Entertainer, what up? I'm not sure if you're still in here, but yeah, I appreciate you being here, Entertainer. I wouldn't mind Doug McDermott at all. I liked him as a Knick. Could have moved without the basketball. Yeah, I believe my boy MH actually came up with it first. I don't remember. Mo Bamba per 36 stats, 19-4 and 3 blocks. Give me him right now. A++. Okay, still in here. A++. A++. Yeah, A++. Yeah, no one expected this. No one expected just like, I'm sorry, like I don't want to be that fan, but I thought we were gonna suck. I was like, we have a freaking mystery at point guard. We didn't know who it was gonna be. Alfred, Frank, Dennis Smith Jr. Like, I was really lost. And I thought RJ was gonna improve, but I didn't know how much he was gonna improve. Julius Randle, I still had some questions with, but he made a drastic jump. Mitch stayed out of foul trouble. I'm still not the biggest, like, I like Mitch. I don't love Mitch. But he's improved as a basketball player. Just like, this is something like Jeff Hornacek didn't teach. This is something Mike Miller or even David frickin' Fizdale didn't teach. Like, teach the young guys how to close out basketball games. Like, I've never, like, it's been such a long time since I've seen, like, young guys learning how to win games. It's just so weird. You said that. You said we're going to win 40 games. I didn't think that. I didn't think we're going to win 40 games in a 72-game season. I'll be completely real. If you did, props to you. This thing could always change in the second half of the season. But F it. Tibbs, Coach of the Year. Coach of the Year. He's freaking Alfred Payne winning games. He has Derrick Rose. Looks like a freaking beast. I know it's only been a few games. But freaking still balling out with Nerlens Noel starting, who I think is just a quality backup. Tibbs gets the most out of his damn players. He really does. He has everyone producing. Toppin needs a lot of work. I'm sorry, I don't want to hate on Toppin, but he's literally a 22-year-old project. He's fun to watch when it comes to dunking and all that. But besides that, his defense was okay tonight. But he looks lost. He really does. He's a 22-year-old project. You guys know my reaction to that pick. He's a Knicks, though. I'm not going to freaking bitch, moan, cry about it. Like, he is a Knick at the end of the day, so I'm going to support him. But I'm just going to be real. He has a lot of work to do. I'm not going to pretend he's the freaking next Amari Stoudemire. He's not. He's not the next Amari Stoudemire. You said 30 before the season. Now I think 38. I think 38 is pretty realistic. Yeah, Noel's been a freaking beast defensively. We know he doesn't provide much offensively or anything offensively. He's a good actually lob threat. He's pretty athletic around there, but jeez, he's been a beast. He's come up with some big blocks. Like the one on Doug McDermott last night. Yeah. Oh, I think Obi will be solid, but I don't think he'll ever be like what some people thought with like an Amari Stoudemire or something like that. We'll see what happens. I think Obi has the work ethic. I think he has a good head on his shoulders. But Obi, if he's a solid bench piece, then I'm okay with the pick. But you guys know I made the videos like, will Obi Toppin break the curse and all that. I wanted Devin Vassell. I wanted Sadiq Bey. Like the reason why I wanted Sadiq Bey, I didn't think there was such thing as a reach in this draft. I really didn't think there was such thing as a reach in this draft. Patrick Williams, who I actually thought was a beast, he was starting to slide up boards At one point, they had him going Pistons to the Pistons at 7, but the Bulls took him at 4. You take a look at him. Yes, he came off the bench, only averaged 8 points per game, but he was closing out games at Florida State. They don't just hand out minutes. Jonathan Isaac didn't play a lot of minutes. Dwayne Bacon didn't, I believe. Who else? Who came out of Florida State who I was just thinking about? Devin Vassell. Devin Vassell didn't start his first year. They literally treat their program like it's so strict over there. I really think Patrick Williams is a beast. And it was a weak, this was a weak draft, you could say. There's some nice pieces out of it, don't get me wrong, but the expectation entering it was there was no such thing as a reach, in my opinion. Unless you took him at 1 or something, I guess. I'll be so if RJ finishes the season shooting 44% from the field, 35% from 3, and 75% from the free throw line. Yes, yes, yes. I would love that. That is a big time improvement. But yeah, I think Patrick Williams is actually going to be a beast. He's an athletic, good defensive player. I don't know. I really like him. He was closing games. I get it. He didn't start. But they don't just hand out minutes at Florida State. I understand what they saw out of Patrick Williams. I believe I made a video on Patrick Williams, if you want to check that out. Yeah, we'll have 2 All-Stars next season. We'll have Randall and RJ as All-Stars. Let's go. We make the playoffs if RJ finishes with those shooting splits. It's possible. If RJ starts to be consistent like this, who knows? Sky's the limit. And the thing, of course, it was amazing when we made the playoffs in 2012-13. We won over 50 games. What was it, 51, 52 games? But we knew that team wasn't going to have sustained success. We knew it. We knew Carmelo was in his prime. But we didn't have key pieces around him. Let's, be completely real. Tyson Chandler was nice, but, in a couple of years, I believe his contract was going to be up. Jason Kidd was old. We knew Chris Copeland wasn't the future. We knew Iman Shumpert wasn't. We knew Raymond Felton wasn't, even though he was solid. That team wasn't, built for sustained success because we gave up the young guys for Carmelo Anthony. Frank Ntilikina will be an All-Star next year. If RJ and Randall are All-Stars next year, I don't know what to do either. I don't. 2 All-Stars in one game, that's too many. If he didn't run Jeremy Lin out of town, he would have had a ring. Did you guys expect Lin to fall off? I kind of did. Lin was amazing, don't get me wrong, but let's be real. He had no left hand. Lin had no left hand whatsoever. He just didn't. You force him left, game over. That was basically Jeremy Lin. For some reason, it took so long to adjust to that. Someone said something about Marquise Chris. What was my favorite game so far from the season? To start off, obviously, the Bucks game. The Pacers game did have a lot of electricity to it. What was my favorite game of the season? I really like that Bucks game. I don't know why. Because we just manhandled them. And I didn't expect it. Looks like the Kings might win this one. There's still 3 minutes left, though. What were your guys' favorite games of the season? One's left hand equals Alshon Jeffrey and T-Jack's legs. Oh, that's funny. The season is flying by quick. The King game. Shumpert was super solid. He did have that bad injury. That sucked. I really like Shumpert at Georgia Tech, I believe. Play the Spurs tomorrow. Keldon Johnson, I think, is going to be back. Keldon Johnson is a beast. I bought his rookie card. That's how I am on him. $9, why not? But yeah, I'm going through the schedule. What game did I love the most? Oh, you have to love the Randall 41-point night against the Hawks. Um, even though we lost, it was amazing to see quickly at that 31-point game. My least favorite was obviously the Sixers. That was ugly. Damn, I wanted to win that Trailblazers game up quickly going off. He did. He was very athletic, good defensive player. Favorite game of the season was against the Lakers when we beat them. We didn't play the Lakers yet. We haven't played the Lakers yet. Wait, Jeff, who's your team? 44 piece, yeah. The Jazz, yeah, because they just went on that crazy streak out of nowhere. Wrap this up in like 10 minutes. We have 21 people in the chat. Appreciate you guys being here. Oh, you're messing with you? Yeah, I wish we beat the Lakers. Wouldn't that be amazing? Could you imagine entertain a Bad Dog's reaction if we beat the Lakers? No, I'm kidding. He's a Knicks fan. I don't know, like, of course, like, he has people in the chat that are, like, Lakers fans, obviously. So, like, he would be so hype as a Knicks fan, like, when we're winning. But then just, like, people in the chat are just so sad. I'm kidding. We're probably not going to win against the Lakers. I wish. Knicks ain't losing another game this season. Gotta love Devin's optimism. The Thunder game I probably hated the most. Thunder game was just disgusting. I hated that game. Let's beat the Lakers. Gosh, wouldn't that be amazing? We'll have to bring back Mario Hezonja. Block him. No, I was gonna say if that was no, never mind. That wasn't the game. You guys stream Knicks Lakers, Bad Dog, Rover, and Jet Central, but that wasn't the Mario Hezonja block game. That was a hilarious, amazing stream. Tobias Harris's game winner on the Lakers. Yeah, that game was just like there was probably so many emotions going on in that basketball game for you because you probably thought like, oh my gosh, we lost it, and then Harris hit that game winner. I would love to see LeBron lose to the Knicks. Who else would want to see LeBron lose to the Knicks? Like everyone wants to see that. There's a lot of like LeBron haters. Like you guys know, the only reason I'm not a big fan of LeBron, he cries so freaking much, and it's just so annoying. It really is. Just play basketball. That's the thing that really pissed me off. But don't get me wrong, he's a freaking. We'll never see another LeBron James. He's a physical freaking specimen. He's a beast. That Thunder game pissed me off, except for sexuals. Despise LeBron. But yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. You guys are amazing. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I got school in like 6 hours, but who cares? Who cares, right? I got virtual anyway. Yo, we actually competed. Like I was like, even though Kawhi still put in work, RJ did a solid job on Kawhi. Why you have a LeBron fan? You have a LeBron fan as a roommate. Yeah, we'll get LeBron when he's like 58 years old. Yeah, we'll get him, or we'll get his son and he'll suck. That'd be such a Knicks thing. We get him when he's like 48 years old. Julius Randle, LeBron. They destroyed the Warriors tonight, though. I saw that. Yeah, I thought you did a very solid job. That would have been amazing if we won that game. But it's just, RG's just so frustrating. But then you also have to keep in mind what's around him, and he's 20 freaking years old. I wish Steve Nash wasn't the coach of the Brooklyn Nets. Because Steve Nash can't give him as much of advice. I guess you could say they're rivals. I don't hate the Nets like other people do. I really never understood that rivalry. Like, they're freaking New Jersey. Let's be real. Like, I never understood that. I think it's just because they got Kevin Durant and Kyrie. Let's be completely real with that. But yeah, like, you can never lock up Kawhi. You can keep him in check. That's the best you could do with him. Yeah, remember, like, the Baby King post or whatever, Ben Simmons. AJ Smith is in the house. Gonna say Schmidt. AJ Smith is in the house. Appreciate you being here, man. Big facts entertainer. Yo, what's going on? I always say your name. I'm not even gonna try to say it anymore. I feel so bad whenever I try to say it. Hey Noah, what's going on, man? Hope you're doing well. Do you think Quickly tries to draw too much contact, almost like Trae Young? I hate that kind of game. I hate it when it's against us. I don't hate it when it is Quickly because he seems like he gets it every single time. But I'll tell you something. I love Quickly how he catches the defender on his hip and he's able to get in front of them and put up that floater, which hasn't really been falling lately. It's really weird when he's not at the guard and doesn't fall consistently. But there's certain situations, just go straight freaking to the basket. Sometimes he just throws it up there, go strong to the basket. And it seems like he only has one move, like, coming off the screen. Don't get me wrong, he creates separation on the floater, but he needs to learn how to pass out of the pick and roll if he ever wants to be a point guard in this league. But I wouldn't even mind if he's a Lou Williams type of player because he's the 25th overall pick. That's still insane value for him to be picked 25th overall in a so-called weak draft, getting a D+ grade from CBS Sports. Even though I wanted freaking Tyrell Terry at the time, who's averaging like 1 point off the bench for the Mavericks. I know what you mean, though. It could be frustrating, but he makes it work. And we haven't had that type of player in who knows how long. Like drawing fouls. Screw the Nets. Yeah, Quickly is so good at drawing. And he's a rookie. It's insane. Like, you see RJ doesn't get calls. But Quickly is just so good at initiating contact. It's insane. And I know some Knicks fans were getting upset with the calls at the end, but we were up 1,000,000 points. They were just trying to help the Pistons cover the spread or something. But yeah, Quickly is very good at initiating contact. It's insane. I think he's like 3-4 point plays this season. Nets versus the Lakers, it's possible. No, I don't play basketball anymore. There's a lot that goes into it. It's funny to think about, though, because I love basketball, but I did not like playing it for my school team whatsoever. It's like I kind of sacrificed playing basketball to do YouTube. Not this channel specifically, like my other one a few years ago. But I don't know. I just wasn't having fun playing with people that were like on the team. But I was like, I love talking about basketball. Like, I don't hate basketball at all. It was just got to a certain serious level. I wasn't like, not saying I wasn't serious with it, but I wasn't having a good time doing it anymore. And a recommendation to, or like advice to anyone out there, if you don't like doing something, just stop doing it. Like, if you think of YouTube as a job, if it ever gets to that point, like, oh, I have to upload freaking 5 videos today because I need to get this many views for revenue. If it gets to that point, just stop. Yeah. Enjoy what you love to do. What's going on, Anthony Miller? Appreciate you being here. Oh, that was insane. The amount of separation he created with that. But let's talk about Randall's step back. Randall's step back's money. The mid-range shot is money this season. Like, jeez. But yeah, Quickly, he can shoot the ball. Like, he's shooting nearly 40% from three. I think he's shooting like 38, 37%. Imagine a Knicks-Lakers finals. The crowd would be crazy. Jeez. Yeah, listen to this stat. Quickly's attempted 100 free throws this season. He's made 94 of them. 90 freaking 4. That's insane. He's top five in free throw percentage. Advice does not apply to bills and student loans. Tail Pinson can be your Haslam or like Nick Collison. Doc Clutch, you're the next LeBron James. Stop playing. Yeah, he brings a lot of positive vibes. But yeah, Anthony Miller, I appreciate you being here. Yeah, can we pretend we selected IQ at 8? Yo, buzzer beaters in the house. Appreciate you being here, man. I really do. I can't wait to do your video idea. Hopefully I can do it tomorrow. Avery, would you be down to do it tomorrow? Just let me know. when it comes to the Phil Jackson era. I'm sorry. I just think it would be so funny to look back at, especially because it looks like we're finally moving in the right direction. Looking at all the moves he made from when he was hired to when he was fired, like what got him fired. I just think that would be just very entertaining. I really think that. And it was a great video idea by Buzzer Beater. But yeah, great win, man. Appreciate being here. Really appreciate all the support you bring to the table. Yeah, I'm extending his ass. Anyone that doesn't want to extend him, they're smoking. Gotta extend him. If IQ started, he'd really be in the running for Rookie of the Year. I agree and disagree because he'll have more shots because he's running the show at point guard because we know he's a go-to scorer. But maybe you want to be as comfortable. When you're the starting point guard on the team, you're the leader. You command everything out there. Is Quickly ready to be a leader? Is he ready? You know? I don't think people realize how much really goes. Like, don't get me wrong, I was all in for Quickly starting before, but I didn't take a look at the full picture of like how he reads the floor, what he does at the point guard position. You know what I'm saying? And I think Tibbs is a traditionalist when it comes to the point guard position. He doesn't look at Quickly as a point guard, even though I get it. It sounds stupid because it's a positionless league now. I like this rotation as well. I agree, but college is overrated. Yeah, I agree. Just don't you love Knicks fans, Anthony? You gotta love us. I know you're a Sixers fan, but this is how bad we've been for such a long time that we're talking about the Knicks and Lakers facing in the finals. You gotta love us, dude. You got to. You had Randall being compared to Chris Bosh earlier. It's insane. Oh yeah, random side note. I know this isn't Knicks related, but I was watching. If you haven't already, check out Secret Base. They have so many subscribers on YouTube. They do a bunch of cool sports content. But did you know Kevin Garnett? I don't know if it still isn't up. His jersey isn't even retired and hung up where the Timberwolves play. Can you believe that? Because their terrible owner, he's that much of a dick. Just terrible. Um, yeah, I really appreciate that, Buzzer Beater. I really do. You'll have to get through us first. Face you in the second round, Anthony. No, I'm kidding. Maybe quickly we'll hit the Kawhi shot. No, I'm kidding. I can't. I don't have room to talk. But yeah, you said you wanted the bomb squad as your next next badge. I think that's badass. How you want the bomb squad? I know, of course, I wasn't around to see that, but that's really cool. With Mark Jackson and all that. Check this out. I can't click on it because you're not a mod, man. I'll copy and paste it though. Yeah, our defense was amazing. Jeremy Grant's still a good player though. I really do think so. He's improved so much ever since Syracuse. But yeah, guys, do you have college teams? If you do, drop them in the chat. I used to be a big Syracuse fan. I'm not really. I don't really follow them as much. New York isn't ready for when the Knicks win a championship. If this is how we're acting at 17-17, LMAO. Yo, that is so true. If the Knicks ever win a championship, New York is not ready for it. The world is not ready for it. We're excited at 17-17, guys. I think Halliburton's a beast. I never got the hate with Halliburton from Knicks fans. Or even winning a playoff series. Or even making the damn playoffs, yo. I'll be real, though. I'm not sold on going to the playoffs with this tough second half schedule. You could say Quickly is third best rookie or second best rookie. Cade had 40 again. So I thought he had 41. So he had 40. Wait, what? He played again and had 40? What are you talking about the other night? No way. If he did, that's insane, dude. I already think he's insane. He's first pick. Did you like Patino? I heard some people didn't like Patino. Did you like him? Wait, he coached in college, right? I believe. Might be wrong on that. Brandon Jennings had 50. The Timberwolves? So the Timberwolves are gonna ruin. Even though I'm not high on Anthony Edwards, they had Anthony Edwards, Karl-Anthony Towns, and Wiggins. Even though they didn't draft Wiggins, of course it was a trade. So they had like 3 first overall picks they did nothing with. They're still the worst team in the league. They suck. They're garbage. Do they still have that terrible owner? What's his name? They'll never be good. Like, you think Dolan's bad? Glenn Taylor doesn't get talked about. Glenn Taylor's absolutely atrocious. Like, knock on wood. Dolan's quiet. No, I think that's another pick. Billy King, who's that? Oh, he was that really bad manager that traded for like who did he trade for? He traded for like Garnett, Pierce, and all that. Was that him? The GM? Wait, so the Timberwolves they're not, if they get, like, so technically the Warriors are getting the first pick? Why is Tankathon say they have the first pick? It doesn't even, like, say it belongs to them. No way. The Warriors have no way the Warriors currently have a chance to get the first overall pick. No way. It's top 3 protected? No, I thought it was like something. So you're telling me that the Warriors can get the first overall pick? You're telling me they can get freaking Cade Cunningham? I did not even know that. I knew they, like, of course, in the Wiggins deal, but that's insane. That's just insane to me. It says this pick is currently not traded because it's top 3 protected. I wish it said it was the Warriors pick. Cade's 6'8", I think. How tall is Cade Cunningham? It's raining out here again. 6'8", yeah. They could just put him at the 3-point forward. Like, gosh. Wouldn't that suck for the NBA? They have Cade Cunningham, they have James Wiseman for the future. Holy shit. That's just unfair. That is unfair. I live in New Jersey. Play at the 3, yeah, that's possible. Yeah, that was an awful trade. I wish they still had him. You think they'll get Kuminga or Jalen Green? Green's very raw, but he's very talented. Very talented. Knowing the lottery, they'll give it to the Cavs again. Or, you know how the Pelicans had the 14th best odds they got it? Why don't they do that to the Knicks? Because they're showing they finally have a winning culture. Let's get it, y'all. Let's get freaking Cade Cunningham. Gosh, that's a dream. Could you imagine if the Knicks got freaking Cade Cunningham? Could you imagine Cade Cunningham here? With Randall, with RJ, with Mitch? Future would be bright. With Quickly? Holy shit. Imagine that. Yeah, I don't think Green's that type of shooter yet, but I think he'd be that type of scorer. Wish we got K2. Oh my goodness. I wish. I don't care. That's still rigged. The Pelicans got the first pick. They only did it because they knew they weren't going to sell tickets without Anthony Davis. We just knew it. We knew it. They had to find a way to sell tickets. They weren't selling tickets at the Smoothie King Center with Reddish. They weren't. I love Quickly, but hell yes. I'm sorry. People may hate that, but yes. I'm trading Quickly if we get a chance at Cade. I'm sorry. I love Quickly, but you're talking about Cade Cunningham here. Now, look, yeah, see, the internet spelled Knicks wrong. That just shows the luck right there. They call us the Kicks. Like, are you kidding me? It isn't happening at all. We wish. Appreciate you guys being here, by the way. You guys have joined like these post-game live streams so late, and there's always like a lot of people in it. I really appreciate you guys. But yeah, I'm probably gonna end it pretty soon. It's 12:43 in the morning. Appreciate the love and support. I really do. Sixers play tomorrow, Anthony. Do they? Or today, I should say. Coach College, I got you. Book Knight's a pure score. I really like Book Knight. Was it Louisville? Correct me if I'm wrong, buzzer beater. Okay, it was Louisville. Pacers, they're a pretty tough team. Actually, we almost swept them. We lost them first game of the season. We're 2-1 against them this season. But yeah, guys, I am gonna close it out. I do appreciate you guys joining. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for the 22 likes. Thank you for getting me to 20 likes. Been live for an hour and 13 minutes. It's always great. Not even just talking Knicks, just overall basketball. Would you trade RJ for Cade? I'm going to stick with RJ. Like, of course, I think Cade has a possibility to be better than RJ. But let's stick with our guys. But would you? Let me know. Thank you guys so much for the great amount of support. I really do appreciate it. Buzzer beater. Just everyone that joins the streams, everyone that joins the videos, or watches the videos, I really do appreciate it. Go Knicks. Anthony can say go Sixers. I'm not gonna say it, even though I just did. And peace out, y'all. Have a great night. Great night. Stay safe. Don't do anything stupid. I really appreciate the support, Drew. I really do. Jeff, have a good night. Thank you, Jeff. I really appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. Glad you did. I'm looking forward to seeing you more. Hopefully, I have some streams in the future that I can talk to you guys. Because I sign up for the StreamYard for a couple months. Because you could do the whole year thing, but freaking cost $200. What's up with that shit? Have a good night, Michael. But I could always go back to the free trial. The setup's not as good. My logo won't be in the corner or whatever, but it is what it is. Wait, let me check on that Hornets game before I end this shit. Is this game on TV? See, I wish I had the league pass like you. Monk game winner? That dude's revived his career. That's another player people are going to be the Knicks could have had him. I actually did want Monk, I'm not going to lie to you guys. In that 2017 draft, I believe. Monk game winner. Yeah, Fire Stick. We have that in the living room. What's up with that shit? Close 20 to 1. PJ, yo, I love Washington, dude. Hornets actually may be a decent team for once. Is Hayward hurt again? LaMelo had 24. Washington has 42. Terry Rozier didn't play good. So LaMelo took out the water coolers. What is this? Monk had 21 off the bench. But thank you guys. Look, one sucks. Appreciate you guys so much. The great amount of support. I love you guys. Hope you guys have a great night. Really, really appreciate you guys because this channel would not be possible without you guys. And as always, guys. Oh, I do that. It's delayed, but I do that, Drew. I do. Free games? Why not? I recommend it, y'all. Or buff streams. Drew, I appreciate it. And peace out, y'all. Have a great night. It's hard saying bye to you guys because you guys are amazing. And I love talking hoops. But go Knicks. And whatever.